Welcome back, Blade fans. OG Blade Reviews here with you once again. Thanks for stopping by because Kansept sent me something that was recently released and is just now appearing on your dealer's shelves. That's right. This is the Tarkin, and it is a design by Christensen Knife Works. That is Matthew Christensen. And this is my first exposure to any knives designed by Matthew. And I do believe it is a very handsome and interesting knife. Here I'm doing a quick unboxing. Many of you have Kansept knives, so you've been through the routine before, but inside the packet is information and a microfiber cleaning cloth. And underneath that in the drawer sort of assembly, oh, we got a little extra today too, I'm going to show you. Nice that fell out. Anyway, got a nice solid box. Before I show you the knife, they did include, and this is the first time it's been included in any knives I've reviewed for Kansept, is a Kansept challenge coin. And kind of nice. Kansept knives, it's more than a concept. Notice the spelling. So when we say this word, it's not Kansept, concept. I think when you use that word, it sounds the same as that word. Anyway, not picking on anybody. There's a nice logo on the head side, I would say it is. Okay, let's stop pussyfooting around and open this flap case that has none other than a knife inside, the Tarkin. Tarkin, and it is a very handsome knife in a setup that I like a lot. And I've got a few knives similarly set up. And what are we talking about? Usually a high-end steel in a plain titanium handle and a frame lock. So I'm going to try with my left hand. The front flip, which is beautiful, works great. And nice access to the frame lock right there. And very smooth, almost drop shutty action, a little bit more energy, and it would drop shut. And we've got a little bonus here, if you want to look at it that way, if you're a front flipper fan. Got a thumb disc, and that's one of my favorites, along with thumb studs. And the thumb disc was brought to designs by none other than Bob Terzuola, the godfather, so to speak, of tactical folding knives. This is not so much a tactical knife, but could be in that realm. We've got some very nice jimping here that is fairly aggressive and works, even though, well, I would say it's just about even with the top of the handle, which is nice. Makes it a little more usable. You can place your whole thumb way out on that blade if you wish. However, there's a swedge and it's a little bit narrower on the top, although you've got a pretty good flat. And we're working with about a 3-inch blade here. We'll measure it up in a moment. So it's not a large knife, but it's not a tiny knife either. I'd say it fits into that sweet spot that many knife owners like. We've got half a backspacer that has this nice milling, this kind of tractor tread sort of milling on the back. A clip that's not exactly deep carry, 3/4 of an inch or so sticking out when you put it in your pocket, and no provision, unfortunately, for left-hand carry. But I don't know of too many titanium handled knives that have that provision. The blade is 20 CV. Very nice high grade steel, which is equivalent to M390. This knife on the Kansept site is going to have an MSRP of about $225, $230. However, you go out to White Mountain and it's $180 already, discounted down. If you use my discount code, you get another 10% off. That is OG-Blade. and that brings you down closer to 160. So good price for a richly appointed knife. We'll do some measurements and then some compares, as we usually do here. It is a 7.85 inch knife, we're going to call that, with a blade a little longer than I thought. A blade coming in about 3.3, cutting edge about the same, roughly. And I rearranged everything and set up new lighting here with a new arrangement on my table. You can't see it, but I can see it. Hopefully the result is the same or a little bit better, but makes it easier for me to get around and get at the center of the table. However, I'm still getting used to reaching out a little further to get things in the frame. It's a 2.7 millimeter blade stock, and it is 0.10 in inches. And the handle, quite thin. Ooh, 0.44. Do I have that in the middle? Yeah, 0.44. Very nice. Thin knife, and I believe it's going to be fairly light as well. There is weight relieving. There are pockets milled out in the underside of the handles. 3.785, call that 3.8-ish. Close enough. So there you have it, a front flipper and a disc opener. Roughly 3.3 inch blade. That's a good length blade. When I put it in my medium large hand, I've got about 1/2 to 3/4 of an inch remaining, which is good. I don't feel like I'm falling off the end of the knife. And we've got a good usable length of blade. Now, one thing you've probably already noticed is that tanto-esq secondary point right there. Not my favorite, and Kansept did this on another design, and that was by Cohen's Craft, Morgan Cohen's, and that's the Hell X. Just came back into the old memory. They did the same thing there. I didn't bring the Hell X out to show you, but my theory is going to be, unless you're extremely careful sharpening these two zones on the edge, that that little point is going to disappear maybe on your first or at least second sharpening. What purpose it serves, it's aesthetic. And yes, you could probably use that as part of the belly and a more defined point, but it's almost unnoticeable. As I said, there is an aesthetic to it. I'm not so sure I like it, really, to be totally honest. And Kansept did send this knife to me for an honest review, and that's an honest opinion. Not a fact, but an opinion. And there is no secondary grind here. It is all simply the way that the edge has been treated. So there you have that. Looking at the blade, there is Matthew's logo for Christensen Knives, and there's Kansept's logo with a very small font for the 20CV and for the stock number. And you saw the stock number on the box, should you be interested. However, I will be providing links to both Kansept and likely White Mountain Knives where you can use my discount code. I have to look. I may have a code for Kansept. If I don't, I soon will. Here's a knife slightly larger. This is by Maxace. I'm going to show you all knives with titanium handles and higher end blades. So we've got the Orion from Maxace, about an inch longer overall, but with maybe 1/2 an inch longer blade. Nice Bowie-esque style blade there. Nope, it's not a Bowie knife. It's got a Bowie sort of clip blade to it. And this is one I reviewed fairly recently from Maxace. No, I'm sorry, not Maxace. From Tucson. is the TS-144, designed by White Mountain, not White Mountain either, good Lord, by Night Morning, getting all my nature terms mixed up there. It's slightly shorter than the Orion. And finally, a little baby knife from Vosteed, the Mini Labrador in titanium. And I think this one is in 14C, 28N. Just figure I'd bring that out for contrast. Oh, it's not in the frame, is it? Well, you're probably wondering about me. Like I said, I ain't lining things up the same because the distance is a little further out. There is the Mini Labrador. Okay, and see if I can get out just a little more. There you go. That's making more sense to you now. The Mini Labrador, the TS-144, and that is in Tucson's new proprietary steel that is like a spray powder metallurgy blade. They call it YJ01-V1. And that's something new they're experimenting with. It is, again, proprietary to Tucson. The Max Ace is in Magna Cut, probably the most popular steel of all the ones on the table there. And as I said, 20CV on this. What are we talking about here again? Oh, yeah, the Tarkin. Tarkin. Not a name I use in my vocabulary every day, so I have to learn about these guys. All right, let's put a few of these away. Maybe see what the Tarkin can do as far as edge performance goes, at least on paper, folks. Yes, I know. It's only paper. It's only a movie. You got to say that when you're watching some of those horror movies, because we're coming right up on Halloween. I'm searching for paper over on the side here, and I will find the paper. So here we go. Nice. Very nice. Very nice. I'd call it sharp. Yep, that's what I'm going to call it. Standing by it. The Tarkin cuts pretty well for a 3.3-inch blade. Almost, what did I say, 8 inches overall? Yeah, just short of 8 inches. Call it an 8-inch knife if you want. Good size. And we were talking earlier about weight relieving. Let's see if I can show you what's on the inside here. And I did find, yeah, nice pockets. You can see them in there. Sizable ones. That's what keeps it in the 3.8-ounce realm. Anyway, this might be right in your wheelhouse, this Tarkin from Kansept, designed by Matthew Christensen Knives. Frog in the throat, sorry about that. Yeah, I can't quite, let's see if we can get that up there just a little for you. Probably not, but I'll hold it in position. There it is. There it is. Yeah, I'm getting used to the new lighting, and it's not perfect for every single knife. So, and I don't feel like changing it around all the time. You like my alligator? That's paper, actually. Hate to fool you. It's not real alligator hide, or crocodile hide, or lizard, or anything else. Well, there you have it. The Tarkin and Kansept knives. Again, if I'm repeating myself, apologize. Matthew Christensen Knives design. Lovely, handsome knife. Could be your next gentleman's knife if you carry gentleman's knives, or simply bang it around and cut stuff with it. Hey, don't forget to come back soon. And right now, click on that logo and you will be directed to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll be back soon. OG Blades.